Good evening. This is Mike with SADT, and it's approximately 1 a.m. in the morning. And I just thought that this is an important video that needed to be put out before it got later in the day. I believe there's something afoot, and by the things that I know about, I believe that it's a very good likelihood that Mr. Assange will never see the light of day. In other words, he will never be freed now that he has released this dump. He might continue for a while to release data and information, but by what I know, Mr. Assange has basically put himself in so much jeopardy that he will either lose his life or he will end up disappearing by way of going into some type of hiding with possible plastic surgery and things like that. It's a very strange set of circumstances that just happened. I'm sure most of you already know that Vault 7 was released by him with some very, very damaging and incriminating information about the intelligence gathering procedures of the CIA. He has also put out that he has several other dumps that he has in waiting, and I'm sure that some of those dumps also have a dead man switch, so to speak, on them, whereas if anything happens to him, they will automatically be released simultaneously with the notification that something has went awry with his situation. This is very high stakes stuff that's going on here. Something that I wanted to point out that I haven't heard very many people mention in the media or anything else. It seems like there may have been some type of loose or structured coordination between the Trump release that Obama was directly implicated in the spying or wiretapping or intelligence gathering from Trump Tower during the campaign, and this release. Think about it. Trump comes out and directly implicates the former president, Barack Obama, of surveilling him illegally at Trump Tower during the campaign. They wait until it is denied by Barack Obama and the former heads of the intelligence agencies that would be involved with gathering intelligence through FISA or some other type of warrant. And then, lo and behold, this information is released. I believe that it is coordinated. I believe that it's something going on that is beneath the current. We don't know everything, and we never will, probably in our lifetime. But there's something going on here that's bigger and deeper than we could ever imagine. This is very high stakes. This is not just the United States. This is the whole world. And everybody's watching and waiting and calculating the risk. This is more than three-dimensional chess. It's cyber chess. It's a game that at the end of the day, somebody's going to win it and someone's going to lose it. The question is, will it be the most powerful who can run into a shelter somewhere or a vault that they have created and ride out any type of storm, or will it be the peoples of the world? While mass turmoil engulfs the world coming from all this craziness that's going on. Well, I can understand why this information being released right now was so important. It was a crescendo occurring in the media and leaked information from everywhere. And Trump, being a very smart and shrewd man, I think he's been underestimated by the left and the globalists. He set a snare trap, and these people stumbled into it, and he is tightening the noose around the necks of all those who underestimated him, underestimated his staff, and have forgotten misdirection and the true fundamentals of the craft. These people are playing a dangerous game, but they have no choice because they're already so deeply culpable under the crimes and the things that are already committed and part of the record, and now Trump and his administration has access to them. The only thing is how deep is the subversion, how deep is the corruption. Does Trump have enough good people around him and embedded deeply in all of the executive branch departments, the military, the Congress, law enforcement across the country, and his allies around the world? Because if you've ever played a game, and I'm sure a lot of you strategists out there have, a game called Risk, you know that in Risk, when you start fighting in one direction, especially when it's internal inside your own territory, that's when the jackals attack from the surrounding areas. So we're going to need the support of our allies around the world. That is why the destabilization process has been engaged for quite a while, just for a contingency such as this. The globalists considered this and tried to plan for destabilization around the world to offset any liberty movement and any patriot movement inside the United States or other countries, keeping the historical allies from being able to gather enough momentum to offset that of globalist forces that I'm sure are already engaged and ready and with a plan to move when given the order. But getting back to Mr. Assange, I find it very strange that knowing the capabilities of our military intelligence and our other intelligence agencies, that if this was a man that had a mark on him, I believe he would already be gone. He would have vanished by now. So for some reason, he's still here. The question is why? Why is he around? Why is he so important? Is it because of the dead man switch or switches that he has set? I really hope that he successfully evades any type of legal action, whether it's by the United States or anyone else. I believe he's done some things that might not be formally ethical, but under the circumstances, in the case of all of the corruption and all of the strange occurrences that's happening all over the world, and the clear and deliberate takeover of the free economies and governmental systems of several nations, and the attempts at takeover in the United States, something was needed outside of the normal systems that we use, because we can see right now in the United States the normal systems are not working. So what other avenues were available? Think about it. You're not going to have politicians rise up. They're too afraid of losing everything they've worked for their whole life. The same thing with the military and intelligence and law enforcement. Everybody's waiting for someone else to take the initiative, lead. We have a president that has stepped up and is taking the initiative. But no man is an island to himself. He needs help. And right now, there's very few people that's willing to step all the way out there on a limb and give up everything for the United States of America and to fully support the commander-in-chief, which is Donald J. Trump. I do believe that Julian Assange is in his last days, or he will completely vanish and everyone will say they don't know what happened to him. It'll be a mystery, as there's a lot of things that's going on right now. But if it does happen, just know that the first place you heard it was here. This is Mike signing off. SADT. Have a good day.